Pollution continues to be a huge health concern and environmental concern in this region, like in many other parts of India, but the Indo-Gangetic plains are particularly affected. These are numbers that are startling, in fact. It's an emergency, to say the least, a huge emergency, because pollution continues to be a silent killer. Remember, these are visuals that you're getting from different parts of Delhi city, but Delhi alone is not affected. The entire national capital region continues to be vulnerable given the weather conditions and given the situation, in fact, the location of many of these cities, and how the fact that it is landlocked only makes things worse for people living in this region. AQI of 400 and more, that's been normalized here in Delhi city and various other parts of the national capital region like Noida, Gurgaon and Ghaziabad. Amit Bhardwaj is getting us more details on that story right now. Joins us from the Indira Gandhi Stadium in Delhi city, the heart of Delhi here. Amit, it's terrible to be just out there and to be breathing that pungent air that you are right now. I would really say that you should in fact get a mask, an N95 or an N99, because the air really is lethal. It's not even just filthy, it's deadly, isn't it?
I agree with you, Sneha, on that part. It's worse everywhere, all across Delhi right now, irrespective of the fact whether you are living in the posh localities of Lutyens Zone or Bhavana or Nazafgarh. Everywhere the air is in severe category, and that is why I also spoke to Delhi Environment Minister on this particular aspect as to why steps are being taken in the at a time when everything has actually reached to a crisis air emergency of sorts, and he is responding to us in a manner and fashion that on one hand the Delhi government is taking all possible steps, on the other hand is also training guns at the central government, saying that for the past 2 months he have been on the streets formulating policies, but where is the Union Environment Minister? Why are the BJP ruled states silent over the entire issue? He's also accusing that on one side, yes, parali burning in Punjab has reduced. It is yet impacting the air quality of the national capital, but he's also attributing the brake kilns, the diesel genset, diesel vehicles running in the NCR states. If we go by the numbers, Neha, it's quite interesting. Many of times people living in the NCR region think that air pollution is just a Delhi problem and they need to be, they do not need to be worried. If you go by the CPCB data, which we have derived from the Sameer app, while Delhi AQI is 471, severe category. In Gurgaon, the situation is no better, 366, which is very poor. If you talk about Faridabad, 448, people living in Faridabad should be really concerned right now. Sonipat, 458, again in severe category. Karnal, 345, very poor category. Greater Noida, 478. Noida, 436. Ghaziabad, 414. So, UP, Haryana, NCR region, people living in these areas needs to be really concerned about it, because we have often seen this mistake being committed by residents and authorities as well, thinking that air pollution, air emergency is a Delhi problem, and those living in these adjoining areas need not to be concerned about it. But the fact remains that when smog covers the entire national capital, adjoining areas, Greater Noida, Faridabad, Palwal, Gurgaon are no better places to be in. And the crisis even worsens, Sneha, because you also track the medical developments, the entire sector so closely. What is most terrible is that during the day we do have our guards up and on, but in the morning when we wake up, that's the worst point in time to be in, because that is the time when the air pollution is actually in a really acute situation right in the morning. And the situation has turned out really terrible because it's already 11. I'll request Ravikant Otawar to show you the visuals also from Indira Gandhi Stadium. The other parts of Indira Gandhi Stadium is not visible. The haze in the sky, the smog in the sky has covered up this entire area. And if Ravikant Otawar will be able to pan the camera, our video journalist, right behind this chunk, the minar of sorts that you are seeing, which is covered completely in smog. This is basically the outlet of Delhi's old power production establishment, and that is also completely covered in smog. So irrespective of the fact in which part of the national capital you're living, what kind of facilities you have, what kind of class economic strata you belong to, this air is going to dent you, is going to harm you, and the authorities will have to sit together to find a solution.
Yes, absolutely. You know, I just want to say this because, and we've spoken about this in the past as well. Amit, you said that no matter what part of the economic strata you are in, you are going to be ill if you are breathing this dirty, filthy air, Amit. But the fact of the matter is that some who are privileged can afford air purifiers. I mean, think about the people living on the streets of Delhi and breathing this poison that they are. Amit, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us those details. And these are pictures now that we are putting out viewers for you to get a sense of how Delhi essentially looks during the time when the air quality index is, in fact, I won't say it's good, but it is not severe on the hazardous category. And when essentially in the month of October, November, when the AQI dips to dangerous levels. Pictures, okay, this is in fact the temple, Akshardhan temple that you see right now, which is in East Delhi. It's actually next to an area in Delhi called Mayur Vihar. This is the Yamuna Bank area before the AQI dipped to hazardous levels. And this is how Akshardham temple looks like, if you can spot it. This is in fact the outline of the Akshardham temple. This is when the air is cleaner. This is the visibility in Delhi right now. This is what the temple looks like. The iconic India Gate, synonymous with the identity of Delhi city, the pride of the country, the national capital, vanishes during this time of the year. It's not there. It does not exist. It just goes. You don't see it. Look at this. This is the India Gate when, in fact, this visual is from a close-up essentially. But if you look at it from a distance, you'll not even be able to spot India Gate. That's how India Gate looks like when the air is cleaner. And this is Noida, of course. This is where we all live. This is where I live. National Capital Region. This is the entry essentially into the Gautam Budh Nagar. This is the Delhi border. This is the particular region from where you enter Noida. This is the toll gate essentially. And this is how it looks like right now. This is the border of the Delhi-Noida region. It's the entry into Gautam Budh Nagar. And this is how it looks like right now. So look at these pictures. And just by looking at these pictures, just gauge for yourself about the kind of air that we are all breathing right now. This is what we are breathing right now, viewers.